allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of the suicidal maniac.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome. Thanks for joining me. Well, it's winter here again in Michigan, so I can get back to doing some of this stuff. What we're going to be doing is starting a series on animating characters. I do a lot of limbless character animation, like the guy you see on your screen. And so, in fact, you can pick him up in my Gumroad store and follow along as we do this series of tutorials. He's available there for $3. Also have the hand packs available. Anything you do supporting helps the channel out, helps me keep the equipment going and all that good stuff. But we'll be doing a series on how to animate limbless characters. So today we'll probably log in about 30 minutes. So we'll get this guy moving a little bit, animating. So if you want to join in, you're welcome to. He's already rigged, ready to go. You can get him animated along with me. Always, if you have questions, just jump in the comments. It's been a little while, so y'all bear with me. I had to refigure everything out here again as we go. But so let's get started. All right, let's get animating. There we go. Hey, and also let me know if the music's okay. Too loud, voice too loud. One of the pieces of equipment I have to get is where I can run this actually in stereo. Right now, voice comes out of one side and the music comes out the other. A lot of people complain about the music being too loud. So let me know in the comments if the music's too loud, ready to go. All right, let's get started. So here we are. Got this little guy right here. I call him Crash because he's going to be a crash course on animating limbless characters. All right, so once I have him going, hey Lucas, how's it going, man? Glad you could join me. It's been a while, I know. Hopefully I don't look too much different from last time I came on. But what I like to do is get started right here. And on frame one, if you go to frame one, you just come up to bone here and let's freeze the pose. So we're starting off with everything's frozen just like it is. Hey, thanks, Lucas. I missed it too, man. Bear with me as I'm relearning everything here, how to use all the equipment and get everything back up and going. Let me know if the music is okay as far as music to vocal ratio there. So we're gonna get there. We're gonna freeze the pose here, and I think we'll just do some like a jump cycle today and get you going with that. A lot of limbless. I do a lot of character animation without limbs, and I see a lot of people doing it. And I think one thing that that I've worked on, and maybe I could pass on some tips to you, is in the jump cycle. So we'll come to like frame 6, All right, and we'll just lift him up right here, just right there at frame 6. And let's say at frame 12, we'll come back down. Just getting it going. So basically, we got that, right? Let's go to 24 frames right there. So if we play it, that's all we got. Nothing too fancy, right? All right, so what we want to do is on frame, let's say 2, we want to build some anticipation. All right, so we will move him back down right there, and then we'll do some squash right there on frame 2. We'll bring him all the way down, and then when we release on, let's say 2 frames later, we'll stretch him out, come up, he'll hit the top, and then come back down. Okay, so let's play what we got so far. It's really too fast at this point, but we can fix that later. Right now, we're just getting some basic moves in. So what we can do, we can just fix it now, is select those keys, holding down the Alt key. You can pull it out, and it will adjust the speed. Obviously, that's way too slow, but we got some frames in between. So we'll anticipate right there. You know what? I'm just going to delete these guys here and start just going kind of frame by frame. I'm going to hold this pose. So I'm going to copy it, paste it, and really build some anticipation. All right. Come down. We'll hold that pose right there. So this is what we got so far. Now, right out of that, we want to send him up in the air. So we'll go up on this rig. If you notice on the bones, I go up, got an up down button, and the shadow is animated with the up and down. And then we'll stretch him out. You notice there, the stretch gets it smaller. So if we play it back, this is what we got so far. Your basic bouncing ball. All right. So once we get him at the top, we can get him back to normal, move him up just a little bit there so he continues to move up, like his body catches up to him. And then we'll come back down there. So what we got? Right out of the top, we want to stretch him out on his descent. And when he hits, we want to squash him down. And then about 2 frames later, we want to bounce him back up. So let's play that. Starting to get a little life. Got any questions? Just ask. Like I said, you can pick him up. You can check out the rig. He's yours, free to use in your projects, whatever you want to do with that. All right, so he's bouncing, he's moving. So what we want to do is we want to add a little more here. So on that anticipation, as he goes down on this rig right here, I got him where he can actually look down. So we'll move him down to the ground, and I would say in that anticipation he would probably blink his eyes. So we can move him down as he goes down. And then as he jumps up, I'll have him look up. Continue to look up when he gets to the top. And then maybe on his descent, he starts looking down. Down when he hits the ground. And then when he would hit the ground, I would think he would blink as he hits. And then he pops up. So now he's kind of got that. Gives him some weight as he moves. Gives him some movement. Comes up to the top.
And then I go home and I listen to them alone.
Maybe his eyebrows are big.
What is it with
Eyebrows
you
are up.
rock and rollers? You can perform for 1,000 people and you can't be honest with one.
Let's hold that pose when he hits. So we'll move this over. We'll copy. Move over. Paste it. Pop up. Move this over a little bit. Let's play what we got. All right, so that's still a little fast. Let's add a few more frames by holding Alt, and I think it's right-clicking on your mouse. I'm using a pen, so a little bit different. Holding Alt, clicking, and then dragging. You can add a little more time. When he hits, you need to bring him down a little further. That's why I didn't use my up and down. Sorry, guys. I'll just go with it like that on the up and down of the rig. I rigged it, but I didn't even use it. That's why the shadow's not dark again. Let's play what we got. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for joining me. Appreciate that. So that's a basic jump cycle. I mean, we could add more character to it as we go. As you can see right on some of this on the playback, the rig may look crazy, but once we get it, once we render it, it's all together. So as you can see, the eyes get off. See right there, the background of the eyes. But that's just in the computer not keeping up. But once we render it, it'll be fine. All right. All right. How's the music, guys? Anybody got any issues with the music right now? Too loud? We good? All right. So basic jump right there. So let's extend it out. Alt, click. I would say maybe at this point we could even stretch him a little bit and come back down to actually add a little more dynamic to him. Gives him that little hop at the end. Gives him that little pop at the end as he's going. So when he hits, I would say right there, his brows would go down like that. I like the given the dimension as he rolls, as he jumps up to down, or looking up to down. So maybe when he's going up, we can maybe affect his mouth. Maybe he's opening his mouth. See what we got there. I think right here, I definitely need to stretch him out. And then when he hits, it'll give us more weight. Definitely gives us more weight doing that. So stretch it out to the last second when it hits. The impact gives you more weight when it hits. If that shadow was darker, that would add more weight as well. I'd have to redo it, start all over again if I want to do that. We'll just deal with it. So I do that. All right. One, if you do not have a script by a guy named Mike Kelly, you can find him on YouTube. He's over the Animators Forum. He's got some neat script, but this is a cool script. It's called Swiss Army Tools. A lot of people ask when they see my tutorials what this little red button is right there, and that's exactly what this is. Now, what is Swiss Army Tools? It's got all kinds of stuff. But what I mainly use it for is basically looping cycles. Like we just animated this jump cycle. And so I can save that animation through his script. Now I know Moho has its own way of doing it. But the cool thing his does is that when I save out a loop of an animational loop, and let's say it's a jump cycle across the screen, I can save that animation, just one cycle of jumping, and then reapply it right after which it'll start from the last point of the first jump. So it would continue jumping across the screen, which to me is great because all I got to do is animate it once, add it to it, and it'll do it. So select all the keys, open up. I can save it as a jump. Save to my desktop here. All right, so got that. Now I can start here at frame 30, open it back up. I can load, go back to my desktop, find the file that says jump, which as you can see, I got a lot of files on my desktop. All right, and because of me messing with that, it didn't work properly, but because it goes down to the floor. So that would have to be done right. But it'll keep it going. So let's do something real quick that we can loop, all right? So that's basically a jump cycle right there. Start, boom, freeze pose, all right? Let's get a little closer in here. Anybody got any questions? You can always run it back once I put it up. Check it out. All right, so let's say he turns this way. His face goes up. He leans in, stretches. In that turn right there, just a little turn. In the middle of the turn, I would have him look down. I would have him squash to give it more pop at the end. I'd have him blink. And so now he's up and he goes to turn. As you can see, it gives more pop at the end. So it gives him more of a cartoony look. Brows would go up. Maybe the mouth. Have a side to side on the mouth like that. Maybe the mouth goes to the side. So let's hold the pose. Edit. Copy. Edit. Paste. At here, let's bring his pupils. I have a side to side pupil. He slowly looks at us. Back at the screen, at the camera. Copy, paste the pose. Maybe he settles in a little bit as he's looking back at us. His brows come down. Let's say right there, he squashes. Say he jumps. Let's go up here. Moves. Nope. Did that last time. Goes down and ends up here. Squash when he hits. Eyes blink. Squashes some more. Then he pops up. Eyes open. Brows up. Alright, so now he looks, jumps, squashes up. See the eyebrows off? In the preview, can't keep up. But once we render it out, it'll be fine. All right, so then we want him to go back so he can loop. So we'll turn him back around. Squash him in the transition. I do a lot of squash and stretch in the transitions because it gives me an arcing motion to the animation. What you want to try to keep arcs, because like when your head turns, it doesn't just turn straight. We've talked about this in the past. You want to give an arc motion to it, kind of a curve to everything that you do. Nice sweeping motion. So if I squash in the middle of that turn and then come back up, it'll give me an arc. So that's why I do that. So here we go. See what we got. Definitely could be cleaned up, tightened up, everything. Tighten it up, in fact, a little bit. We make it a little bit quicker. Alt, select them all, hitting Alt. Pull it in a little bit. There we go. That feels a little more poppy. All right, let's see if this works now. All right, so let's go here. Let's save as look, jump, save. Now come to 48. Don't make a liar out of me, please. Work. That's the one thing when you do all this stuff live, man. You don't want to make a liar out of you. Oh, there we go. So here we go. Alt to 96 right there. Extends the playback region. So now let's play it. Let's see what's got. Jump, look, jump, look. And we can keep doing it, and it'll keep going to the last frame of the loop before and just extend it from there. So the cool thing about that is you can do a run cycle, basically, you know, one or a jump cycle as far as this goes, and I can have him jump all the way across the screen. If I started him off the screen, he could jump across the screen. Or if I had him wanting to jump up and down and go across or roll or whatever, you can do that just doing the animation once and then looping it with the Swiss Army tools. So thank you, Mr. Kelly, for the wonderful tool that we can use. And it is free. So the script is free. So you can download it, use it. It does work in Moho. I am running Moho 2, I think it is right now. I think we're up to 4 now, 12.4, something like that. So I haven't downloaded the update yet. But anyway, so basically that's a jump cycle and a little quick basic walk cycle, look around. We'll be adding some more emotions and moves and things like that to this guy as we go. So hopefully you picked up some tips and tricks today that you could use. We'll go more in depth as we go. Just wanted to get some new stuff out there. Remember, you can pick up this guy on my Gumroad channel. And thank you guys for watching. Be a part. And hopefully we'll get this going again soon. All right. A few more things coming up in the future. Animation tutorials, rigging tutorials, character design and building tutorials. Now that it's winter, back inside, got to take advantage of our Michigan summers, which are beautiful here. Did some cool stuff along the way, built a few robots, some graphic stuff outside and all kinds of stuff like that. But now getting back into animation and getting ready to go, and hopefully we can connect and make some cool stuff. So be looking for part 2 coming out of this series here. Thanks for joining me, guys. Y'all have a great day. Take care. See ya.